Welcome into the Brooks Bench with your host, Brooke, aka Shiggy, and my co-host, Brooke.
What's up, y'all?
And Megan.
What's up?
Brooke's here for Brooke's #1 fan in the comments.
I love that.
Can you explain why you're not here sometimes? Because people always, anytime you're missing, they're like, where's Brooke? It's the Brooks Bench. And I'm just like, bro, she has school, she works, but no one believes me. So
No, literally.
Okay.
And you know what? I actually, when you said that I had like a loyal follower, shout out you.
Yeah.
I looked and obviously the video was playing. It's so funny when I'm not here because you're like, welcome into the Brooks Bench. I'm your host, Brooke, and my co-host, Megan. And so I was laughing so hard the other day, but yeah, no, literally I am at work or I'm doing softball lessons or I'm at school. That's really consumes my whole life.
Yeah. And the people don't believe me, so I'm glad you're here to finally.
Yeah, no, I wish it was like something cool, like I was on a vacation or like doing something fun. And I'm not.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. So with that said, you guys are here for the round 1 conference tournaments. We'll be going over the Power 4 conferences, just breaking down who's in, who's out, who advanced, and whose season ended. All right. So we're going to start off with the ACC first. We'll go in alphabetical order. It's just easier that way. So who is in? I just want, Brooke, I don't know if you knew, we basically did our predictions. So like when we comment to that, it's basically me being right and Megan being wrong. So let's go. Okay. In Boston College. We'll talk about it because Syracuse should have won that stupid game. Virginia, Clemson, all in. Dang. Did you see the Stanford game, Brooke? Oh, no, we'll get to that.
I saw the first half.
Yeah, it was bad.
Right.
Out, Syracuse, Pitt, and Stanford. Yeah, this was not a good bracket for us. So basically, like I said, Boston College defeated Syracuse 76-73. Now, Syracuse should have won this game because they led the entire game. I watched this game because I was like, what's going on here? Yeah. What went on was Boston College basically took the lead with like maybe a minute to go. Oh, right here, a minute and 27 seconds to go. That's crazy. Basically, they both exchanged turnovers. Syracuse called timeout with 20 seconds to go. Wood missed near the basket. Literally, she should have made it, okay? Then they started kicking the ball everywhere, and they should have got the rebound, or they should have got the loose ball. They didn't. And then it was just kind of over after that. They had an attempt to shoot a 3-pointer, and it was just not even a good look. And it was a wrap. So that busted our bracket right out the gate.
Well, to be honest, if I'm getting blocked with a volleyball spike from running up,
that was the greatest
full
block
court
of all time.
Gonna sit down and gracefully take that loss.
First of all, but that wasn't the play. That was before, but that was the greatest block of all time. Block
it was
of the year.
awesome.
I watched it live and my mouth dropped.
No,
and I was
number one play I've seen all year easily.
That was the greatest block of all time.
That was wild.
It was great.
And then hurdles the camera lady on the
No, for real, that was the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I started laughing.
My ego, I'd never play basketball again.
I'd be like,
done.
Sub me out.
It's a wrap from there.
I'd have been like, I would probably just act like I was hurt.
And that's all you need to know about this game.
That's a foul. No, I'm just like, yeah, no. Syracuse, you hurt my heart. You should have won. Yeah, I'm still upset about it. But yeah, moving on. Virginia defeats Pitt 64-50. I mean, we kind of saw this coming. Kamora Johnson, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. She's been killing it all year. And Megan, you're right. If Lattimore, is a complimentary player to Kamora, 12 points, 11 rebounds, 5 steals, they'll win the game. They handled business. Pitt really wasn't that effective. Basically shot 23% from the field. Yikes, that's rough. And 31% from the 3. Yeah, Virginia. Did we have Virginia going further after this?
Well, they got to be playing Duke.
Let me see.
We did. California.
Yeah, we'd have this crazy upset. We'll talk about it.
Oh, against Cal?
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I'm rooting for that.
Oh, okay, perfect. So yeah, basically Virginia did have a rough shooting day at first. They only shot 29% in the first half, but rebounded to 59% in the second half, which definitely helped them out for this win. Pitt never found its offense, shooting 23%, making 6 3-pointers, but only making 8 of 41 shots. Yikes. That's called a rough day at the office on the court.
Yeah.
So yes, Virginia will be advancing. They'll be playing Cal, over to Clemson, defeating Stanford 63-46. And I turned this game on because I was like, why? It was like maybe after the first quarter, I was like, why is Stanford losing? Oh my God. Brooke. We picked Stanford to win this game because of you. We're like, we're going to pick this because Brooke's not here. Go Stanford. Why'd they get killed?
I probably wouldn't have done that.
It was an honorary pick.
Because, like, if you, like, looked at them, like, if this was a home game, easily. But Stanford didn't beat Clemson. They lost them in overtime in the regular season. Mm-hmm. And this was Nunu's first game back, who was, I believe, on limited minutes anyways. And then, yeah, Stanford just gets, I think, a little nervous and makes some mistakes and can't come back from it. But very sad for Stanford program as a whole. It's everywhere. It's like their first time.
Yeah, they snapped that streak. It was like, what?
Like 38 years or something like that. So,
that's
I mean,
rough.
It's a rebuild year. They're going to have a better season next year. They have a really good recruiting class coming in. Hopefully everybody stays.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, honestly, like against Clemson, that's a good matchup for them. So,
well, their leading scorer was off the bench, Courtney Ogden.
Yeah,
is no other
doing great.
Yeah, but no other starter scored in double digits.
I want to say she's a freshman.
Well, let me fact check. She scored 13 points. No one else scored any double digits at all. Clemson shot well though, 44% from the field, 47% from the three. Yeah, Stanford, they led 6-0. And then they didn't after that. McQueen scored 9 in the first quarter for an 11-10 lead. Poole had 8 points in the second quarter when the Tigers outscored Stanford by 16-6 to lead 27-16 at halftime. That's when I tuned in because I was like, wait, what's going on? Yeah.
Courtney Ogden is a sophomore.
Well, still young.
Yeah, no, the team is really young. Like some of like the really good players that have been pulling through are sophomores.
Yeah, well, that's good for the future if they stay.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. Basically, Stanford had cut the lead to 7, and then Clemson hit 4 straight from the arc. I'm pretty sure they had like not a record, but they went off on threes this game. So it's just one of those games. Clemson was just hitting their threes, and Stanford was not. 27% from 3-point.
Hey, it's March.
That's what we love about it. So if we look at the bracket update, basically we got 2 wrong. Yikes. Boston College advanced. They're going to play North Carolina. In the second round, Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech will play. Virginia and Cal will play each other. And then Clemson and Louisville will play each other. Yeah, we definitely had Virginia upsetting Cal. That's crazy. I think they could do it. But I think everyone else, we took the favorite. We took North Carolina. No, we didn't. We took Georgia Tech. No, we did not take Virginia Tech. I was going to say you took
Virginia Tech over Georgia Tech?
We took Georgia Tech. No.
That's going to be a great game.
It is. I almost took Virginia Tech. I tried to convince Megan. She wasn't having it, so we went Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
It was just going to be like a fun, like, Virginia Tech, like, root for them again. But no. We went Georgia Tech. Then we went Virginia, and then we went Louisville, obviously. But
Louisville.
I think we had them going. No, we didn't. Megan cut it off. Megan didn't have fun. She didn't want to risk it when I was doing these picks, but like,
what are you talking about? They play Notre Dame next.
Oh, just kidding. Who do we?
They're not going to go further.
I was thinking of Iowa. We'll get to that in the Big Ten.
Yeah. I have something for Iowa.
Okay, alrighty.
I was shocked.
All right, let us know what you guys like round 2 predictions are going to be. You already saw our predictions in the last video. But yeah, I'm kind of shocked Boston College and Clemson won. I think I had high hopes for Stanford, but it's okay. So let's go over to the Big Ten. Washington, Nebraska, and Iowa all advance. Minnesota, Rutgers, and Wisconsin are out. In the first round, Washington defeats Minnesota 79-65. Washington shot really well, 54% from the field, 41% from the 3. Minnesota, on the other hand, Only shot 26% from the three and 39% from the field. Daniels put Washington ahead 32-30 on a putback basket in the closing seconds of the first half, and Ledine had a game-high 15 points at the break. Washington used a 12-0 run to go ahead 52-38 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third, and Sellers made 2 3-pointers during the run. Minnesota basically closed the third quarter 7-0 run to get within 54-48. But then Washington went on a 7-0 run to open the fourth and had a 13-point lead. Never got close after that. Go Huskies. We called that one. Not really surprised on that one. Sorry. Nebraska.
Cornhuskers.
I'm so glad we had them going far, no?
Yeah.
Yes, because they were hitting. Nebraska defeats Rutgers 84-60, and they got hot from three quick. I did watch the first half of this game before it got out of hand. Like, Nebraska just really killed Rutgers later. But basically, it was kind of close. It's always close in the beginning, right? And then Nebraska started hitting from three, and that's the Cornhuskers I remember from almost beating Iowa last year. And that's why we have them going far. Okay. Nebraska was led by Alexis Markowski, 19 points, 10 rebounds, 1 block, and Amaya Hargrove, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Like I said, shot well from three, 41%, 55% from the field. Rutgers did not shoot well. They had 29% from the three, 35% from the field. And yeah, Nebraska was hot. 13 of 31 from three-point range by 8 different players. All 4 double-figure scores, had 2 threes. You're not going to beat that. That's just a great game.
Can they keep it up, though? We got them going all the way to see UCLA.
Yeah. What?
Right.
Do we? Oh, yeah, we have them upsetting Illinois.
Upsetting Michigan?
Illinois.
Oh.
Yeah. I haven't really watched a lot
They
of
can do
Illinois.
that.
That's what I'm saying. The Cornhuskers.
If
If they did what they did today when I watched them, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a great pick. But
They can do that.
you know it's March, so who knows. Okay, over to Iowa. Defeating Wisconsin 81-54. We all saw this coming. Iowa's been hot in these last couple of games. They dominated Wisconsin. Lucy Olson still on fire, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. And Sydney Alfalter, 9 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. 57% from the field, 55% from the three. This is where it was crazy. They out-rebounded Wisconsin 41-19. And they outscored them in the paint 42-18.
That's crazy.
I didn't realize that they were 11th in conference.
Right? I feel like I didn't know they were playing or ranked that bad in the conference.
That shocked me.
Me too. Because I feel like they've been playing well. So I was like, wow. But hey, that's why they're a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
They are a sleeper. They're sneaky. They've always been. Even when Caitlin Clark was there, they were still a sneaky little team for a while. Until last year when she really blew up. But
yep. They shot well. Iowa led by double digits and was up 43-23 at halftime and 65-39 at the end of the third. It never really got close. I was just on fire. And yeah, Wisconsin, if you can't grab a rebound, 41 rebounds to your 19. Okay,
Yeah.
that'll do it.
That'll do it. And Iowa shot 1 free throw, 0%. I just want to point. I laughed at that stat. I laughed. I was like, oh.
The fact that they only shot 1 free throw is wild.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, they're just
It was easy to just score.
Yeah, they didn't need to go to the line
That's
at all.
so embarrassing.
Okay, so for the Big Ten, we actually went 3 for 3. Let's clap it up for me and Meg because this is the only time we did that. So we have Washington. Washington now plays Michigan in the second round. Indiana and Oregon play in the second round. Nebraska versus Illinois. And then Iowa versus Michigan State. And Brooke, we have Iowa upsetting Michigan State. How do you feel about that?
I feel good about that.
Okay. Confident?
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Iowa upsetting Ohio State?
No.
Okay, thank you.
When they upset Ohio State, everyone
Okay, I will give you this,
quiet.
though, Shiggy,
Yeah.
that when Ohio State is not on, they're bad.
I know they are.
Yeah.
I agree. That's why I'm like, Iowa has a
But
chance.
they're going to be on.
And that's
No.
a coin toss in March.
Yes, I agree. That's what I
But-
was trying to say.
I don't know. Oh, I like Ohio State. So
I like
the
Ohio State,
Ohio
too.
State.
I like
And
Ohio State,
Iowa,
too.
too. So I don't know. I think Ohio State will get the better.
But it's like when you're doing these brackets, you have to make a decision that's going to be risky, but it will pay off if no one else picks it. And I'm trying to practice right now with these ones.
Who did you guys pick for Indiana and Oregon?
Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we went back and forth on that one, but we ended up settling with Indiana.
Megan, you chose Indiana over Oregon?
Yes, she was confident.
She took it back.
No, she was confident in it. No,
okay.
yeah. And then obviously I have Nebraska over Illinois, but I don't know. I know Illinois beat them. I don't know. I just was feeling Nebraska when we were making our predictions.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
Yeah, so we have a couple upsets round 2, so we'll let you guys know how that goes. Over to the Big 12, our worst bracket. This was the worst bracket we did, okay? Who is in UCF, Colorado, Arizona State, Texas Tech, and who's out? BYU, Houston, Cincinnati, and Kansas. Yeah,
to
this
be fair, we watched this conference probably the least.
Probably the least. I will say that. I will admit that. The Big 12, yes.
So wait, my question,
Big 12.
did you pick BYU, Houston, Cleveland, and Kansas? You did?
No. We didn't. Oh, yeah. We picked BYU, Kansas, Cincinnati. Yep.
We picked 3 out of the 4.
I think we went all higher seeds. And I think we literally said, we don't watch the Big 12 that much, so let's just go the higher seed and be safe. Absolutely destroyed.
It was not safe.
It was not safe at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because, Brooke, did you watch a Cincinnati game ever this year?
No, but I definitely wouldn't have chose them over Arizona State.
Oh, heck. When did you watch Arizona State play? I've never watched Arizona State play. Early on. Okay, well,
but they were never ranked, so we never talked about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was really a coin flip at this point.
I would have chosen BYU.
Yes, right?
I would have done Arizona, Colorado for sure, and
Kansas is usually decent.
Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas is usually decent. So, okay, we'll talk about it. BYU. Okay, BYU, bro. You didn't win this game. UCF handled you, first of all. I'm thinking of a different game. Caitlin Peterson went off. 35 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. One of the many reasons BYU lost this game. UCF had 27 points off of turnovers. Excuse me. Why? Why did you have 18 turnovers? Let's just start there. And then UCF dominated the paint. They outscored them 42-22. Last stat, UCF also outscored them 22-12 in the fourth quarter. It was actually a close game until the fourth quarter. I will give them that. But Caitlin Peterson basically put UCF on her back and beat BYU, because I remember the BYU of late, you know, in the past, where like they make a little bit of ruffles in March Madness, and that's what we were going on. That did not happen.
Times have changed, I guess.
The tides have turned. So, anyways, the announcers seemed pretty excited for BYU in the future. They said they're young and they have hope. And I said, okay, well, we were on the right track, I guess. So unfortunate. So that was our first mistake. Colorado basically defeats Houston 66-58. And let me tell you, I do have a bone to pick, because Big 12, where were your reporters? You know how like after every game there's a recap? A reporter does a recap. Every game had a recap except the Big 12 games.
Is the Big 12 or the Big 10? I get them so confused. Which one of them is like completely on like Peacock and you can't?
Big 10. Yes.
So then Big 12 is all on ESPN Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why ESPN Plus is so perplexed with all their games.
Well, yeah, because no one decided to write a recap. And it's like, first of all, no one can watch all of March Madness games unless, we talked about it, Rick, unless you call it sick. Okay? Or unless you have a little sick day. But how can you watch?
How many sick days?
How
many days in March are we playing?
How can you watch every single March Madness game? So I need a little recap to refresh. And Big 12, you dropped the ball on this one. So you'll be hearing all their stats, and that's how you know that they won the game. So like I said, Colorado defeated Houston. Garzon led Colorado 21 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. I don't know how to spell it. Anyone know how to? I'm pretty sure there's a typo. I think it's Masiago. but I'm gonna need you to look Colorado's. Yeah, I definitely have a typo. But Jade led Colorado, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and then Layla Blair for Houston, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. Colorado shot 44% from the field, 40% from the three, and they out-rebounded Houston 48-22. What is going on? Is this a pattern? Everyone's just getting out-rebounded? Houston did score 29 points off of turnovers, which is pretty impressive. But Colorado also had 33 turnovers and won this game. How do you have 33 turnovers and win this game? That's crazy.
Because they only have 20 points in the paint.
And they shot
all the
34%.
rebounds were for them getting their turnovers.
Basically, that's basically what happened. Did you find it, Megan?
Yeah, it's a typo.
Okay, what's the last name?
I don't know. I don't know how to say it.
Spell it.
Masoggayo.
Oh, I said it right. Yeah.
Ogio. Hottogo.
Ogio.
Oh, heck no. Oh, my God. But yeah, Colorado, we knew this was going to happen. We didn't have them going further than the second round. Never mind. Yes, we did. Okay, we'll talk about it. I just looked. I glanced. Over to Arizona State, defeating Cincinnati 82-75. Jaylen Brown led Arizona State 27 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Ty Skinner 26 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. And then Reagan Jackson for Cincinnati 24 points, 1 assist. Arizona State shot really well from the field, 50%, 40% from the three. And then Cincinnati shot 41% from the field and 39% from the three. Cincinnati only had 10 turnovers, while Arizona State only had 14. And Arizona State scored more points in the paint than Cincinnati, 32-24. Arizona State just looked better. Cincinnati, I watched part of the game. I don't know. Cincinnati the shots weren't falling. Arizona State, they had 2 people that scored in double digits, 27, 26 points. That really led the way for them. And Cincinnati did come a little bit close, but they could not finish it out. So thanks for busting our bracket again, Cincinnati. I'll never forgive you. Texas Tech? Freaking A. Texas Tech defeats Kansas 57-53. Another bracket buster. Bailey Maupin, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Danae Fritz, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And then Brittany, I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't say your last name. Brittany, 15. I think that's another typo. Because that doesn't seem right. Harshaw.
Yeah, with a W, I think.
See, I kind of have a good memory. 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 steals. That's impressive, 4 steals. Kansas did try to get back in there. We were watching the last portion of the game. They had like a lucky 3 at the end. But it just wasn't falling for them. Texas Tech shot way better from the field, 43%, 33% from the three, and then Kansas shot 37% from the field. Texas Tech out-rebounded them 37-24. The concerning part is they had 20 turnovers, but Kansas had 15 turnovers, so that kind of evened itself out a little bit. And then Texas Tech outscored Kansas in the paint 24-16. Nichols went out for Kansas in the third, too, so that kind of, I would say, had an impact because they were still in this game going into the fourth, and they could have had a stretch run, but Nichols got hurt. I don't think she ever came back. I think she twisted her ankle. So that was a bummer for Kansas and a bummer for us because we only got one right. One right in the Big 12. That's crazy work right there. So in round 2, UCF will be playing Kansas State. Colorado will be playing Arizona. Arizona State will be playing Iowa State. And Texas Tech will be playing Utah. Hear us out on this one, Brooke. We have Iowa State. How far do we have Iowa State going, Megan?
They go all the way to Oklahoma State.
Yeah, but who's
so
after
they
this
beat Arizona State.
Baylor.
And they beat Baylor.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
not that crazy.
They only beat. Well, now that Cincinnati lost, they're going to beat Arizona State and Baylor, but lose to Oklahoma State.
Okay, yeah, lose to Oklahoma State, but upset Baylor.
Okay, I can get with that one.
All right, because we thought that was crazy.
Pretty easy. I was really debating. I was really debating them upsetting Oklahoma State.
I know.
Hear me out. Texas Tech beating Utah.
That would be crazy because I watched Texas Tech and they weren't like, woo, like, okay. I think they got their upset with the Kansas one. I don't know. I also haven't really watched Utah that much.
What's Texas Tech? Is it Gig'em? Is that their Texas phrase?
Wreck'em.
Is it Wreck'em?
I heard the girl
fact check this. I thought it was Gig'em. Okay, that's Texas A&M is Gig'em. So you might be right.
The lady on the TV, I swear.
What is it, Wreck'em?
Yeah. Like Wreck-It Ralph.
That could be a whole episode in itself. All the Texas schools and their slogans.
And we also have Colorado beating Arizona.
I'm with that one.
Okay.
Actually,
I don't know.
I'm thinking softball. I'm with that.
I know. Oh, okay.
Arizona's doing great, but they're at softball.
But Arizona's doing all right in basketball as well. I was nervous about that one. So this is probably the craziest bracket we did, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I haven't watched any Big 12.
Big 12, and Big 12 plays early compared to.
And I feel like I watched
Big 10.
Big 12 last year.
I feel like we switched conferences. I used to watch a lot of ACC last year. Now you do.
I do. I watch a lot. It's probably my favorite conference.
Like I watched some Big 10
aside from like Stanford coming into it, I think ACC is my favorite.
Yeah. Well, I followed ACC a lot last year, and now I think it's switched to the Big 10 more. And then it's always been SEC. I like SEC. I like watching SEC. But yeah. But anyways, talking about the SEC, who's in? Tennessee, Georgia, Mississippi State, and Florida. Who's out?
Okay, that Georgia game's crazy because weren't they also losing the whole time?
And the Mississippi State game. Yes, they were.
Wild.
They were both losing the entire time. Yes. Who's out? Texas A&M, Arkansas, Missouri, and Auburn. Megan.
Honestly, I would have chose Auburn.
That's so crazy.
They almost won that game, though. It got away from them at the very end.
They couldn't make a layup. We'll talk about it. Okay. That was the worst game I've seen.
It got rough.
We'll talk about it. But it was also the worst
hold on. It was the worst game. Okay, Tennessee defeats Texas A&M. This we don't gotta stay here too much. 77-37.
Yes, we do because Tennessee
looked awful.
First half looked awful.
And I agree with you.
Cussed out at halftime because to win by that much. Like Texas A&M, I think had the 37 points in the first half.
I think it was 28 actually.
Okay, so they scored 9 points.
Wow.
Tennessee really did look bad. I will. Yeah,
awful.
They did.
I thought
not
they were going to lose first round, and I was going to say, what an embarrassment.
The fact that they shot 22% from the three and 35% of the field and still won. There you go.
Because of their 43 rebounds.
Yes. And Texas A&M's 32 turnovers. and Tennessee's 37 points off of turnovers. Yeah, no, I'm glad they picked it up in the second half because that first half, I was like, I am nervous that they're going to get upset. They didn't. They won. We're here. Tennessee, we have Tennessee losing in the second round. I want you to know that. Yes, Vanderbilt.
Oh,
Vanderbilt's going to win that.
I know. I don't think I can vote against Tennessee right now.
They got voted against.
They're my sleeper team.
I can't do it. Georgia defeats Arkansas 79-74. Yes, no, they were literally down the entire game. Higginbottom, first of all, she went off.
Yes, agreed.
38 points.
Yep.
No one else scored in the double digits. And you know why? I watched the second half. All they would do is throw her the ball and then move out her way, and then she would just go do whatever she wants.
Okay, actually, now that we talk about this, she had some great footwork.
Oh yeah, no, she's good.
No, she's great. But also, Georgia's defense was terrible.
Yeah.
Well, there was that one time she tried to think Euro step around a defender, which was so unnecessary because all the girl did was just go and just put her hands down. And I swore from that moment Georgia was going to lose.
And to your surprise, they ended up winning.
Yep, here we are.
Basically, Georgia, I don't even know. I don't even know how you guys came back because Higginbottom was just kicking. She was just killing you guys. And for some reason, you guys came back. Basically, Trinity Turner sank a floater with 2 minutes left in the fourth to get their first lead. Okay? That's crazy. Abinger made a jumper from the free throw line with 12 seconds left, 76-72. And then stupid Arkansas, dumb pass. Dumb pass. It was dumb. But basically it got stolen, and then they sealed the game with free throws. But Arkansas, you should have won this game, bro.
I'd be pissed if I was Higginbottom.
I'm so sorry. I know. I just carried you guys.
I'd be pissed.
No, but she did take some bad shots, but I think it was more of a coaching thing. Like, they're like, just go for it, girl. Like, you'll save us. And she was
when
some
you're
crazy
hitting
floaters.
38 points,
Yeah.
it's like, we can survive a couple missed shots.
Yeah. So, it's okay. Higginbottom, I don't know if you're going to be a Razorback forever, but you played great. Georgia advances, which we picked. Thank you, Georgia. You saved us, because I was like, dang, here we go. Gonna lose another game. Mississippi State, Missouri. Now, this game was crazy. First of all, Missouri was beating Mississippi State. And let me tell you, this is the craziest stat. I know I wrote it down somewhere. They went on a 20-0 run, okay, to get back into this game. Then they extended it to a 30-0 run, okay?
Missouri did?
No. Mississippi State. Because they were down, I want to say like 14 points. So they went on a 20-0 run. Then they hit like this buzzer beater 3 in the third, right? And then they extended their 20-0 run to a 30-0 run. And Missouri missed 18 straight shots in that 30-0 run, bro. I was like, this is the craziest thing. And like, it was a tide turning. Like, Mississippi State could not miss a shot. They looked great. They hit everything. I was just like, wow, look at this comeback. And we also needed Mississippi State to win this game. So it was great for me. But no, yeah, Missouri missed 18 straight shots. I think that was the craziest thing I've heard. In a 30-0 run, I think that's the longest run I've heard of. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, that's
30
wild.
straight shots. That's crazy. But yeah, Mississippi State led by Jacayla Jordan, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and McFall, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Thank you, Mississippi State, because I'm pretty sure Megan said, let's pick Missouri, and I said, absolutely not. And I was like, dang, she's going to be right, but I ended up being right, so it's fine. Thanks, Meg. Don't worry, we're going to talk about this Florida-Auburn game now. 60-50. Florida won, Meg. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk that this would happen? Florida. Megan, how about you take it away? Because you were yelling at the screen for the last 10 minutes. So go ahead. Actually, you take this one away. She wanted to be right so bad, she was up here yelling at Auburn. I said, you've never watched Auburn play. So, okay. Take it away, Meg.
No, that's a lie. I have watched them play before, Auburn play. And the last time I did, Gaston had a good game.
Okay.
No, I swear. She had a good game. She played well. But, Brooke, when I tell you, I've never seen a game like a Division I basketball game look so horrible.
It was
ever.
bad.
Like, missing layups.
It was
like
bad.
No one could shoot the ball. Like, if it was at the 3-point line, no one was shooting. Like, you could see, so Florida shot 10% from the 3-point line. when I mean wide open, shot the ball, and doesn't touch the basket. Auburn did the same thing. Wide open, shot the ball doesn't even touch the basket.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, like it was bad. I'd rather not see either one of these teams.
Well, we don't have them going further. Yeah, but Auburn shot 29% from the field. Remember that layup to get them within 2? And she just botched it. Hit it right off the rim, wide open. I was like, oh.
Hey, but I'm not gonna lie though, Auburn put up a good fight all the way to the 4th.
They did. And that's a theme.
I mean, for 2 sloppy teams, they put up a good effort.
But have you realized that almost every game came down to the 4th? Like, everyone was tight. And in that 4th, it's like, oh, one team just falls off. And it happened to be Auburn. Sorry, Meg. So that one busted our bracket from being perfect to not.
You're welcome.
So Tennessee will now play Vanderbilt. And we did pick the upset of Vanderbilt beating Tennessee. Tennessee lost to who, Megan? And we're like, no, we can't pick Tennessee anymore.
No, you were like, you can't pick Tennessee.
Okay, roll the tape. Let me go back and roll the tape because Megan was like, we can't pick Tennessee anymore because we rooted for them.
I wanted to, but
no, no. Don't make me
we're going
play
Bulls
the tape
on this one for sure.
That might be the second tape. We gotta roll back the first tape.
No, don't even lie. Georgia versus Oklahoma, Mississippi State versus Ole Miss, and then Florida versus Alabama. We have
Florida's
Alabama
about to
going
get
far.
destroyed.
Yo, we know.
Okay, I can say that with heart.
With confidence. Tell
Roll
us the score.
Tide.
Tell us the score right now, Meg.
It's going to be a lot to a little. 80-20.
Megan. Stop. At least give them 30 seconds.
Well,
and okay, but for Florida too, one of their good players also.
I know
twisted her
she just
ankle
got
at the
hurt.
end.
Yeah, and she's good. Yeah, she's good.
And they're already bad as is. So
I'm gonna die laughing if Florida upsets.
They better not.
I'm for sure tuning in.
Because we have Alabama beating LSU the next round.
What time they play? Perfect. 5:30.
You guys have Alabama beating LSU?
No, Flage, she's out.
So they have Anissa Morrow.
Alabama just beat LSU. Did you not see the game?
Yeah, but that wasn't March.
March usually helps the underdog.
That wasn't the conference tournament.
But anyways, yeah, the SEC went better than the Big 12. The Big 12 was horrible. I think our Big 12 bracket is going to get increasingly worse. But let's focus on the other brackets that we did do well in. We'll just focus our attention to those.
Okay, so 4 out of 5 is still pretty good.
It is. I think it's great. So basically, thank you guys for tuning into the round 1 recap. Round 2 is tomorrow. Some of the better teams will be playing. Hopefully,
thank goodness
they're not. Oh my god. Hopefully they're not blowouts. Hopefully it's not a little boring. But like I said, thank you guys for tuning into the recap. We're gonna be here all March, and even for our March Madness, I don't know how we're gonna do the round of 64. I think we're just focused on upsets. I don't know how we're gonna do it. But we'll be recapping it. So thank you guys so much. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. And we'll be back tomorrow for round 2. Peace.
Bye.